Hey, what's up guys? It's Rick with the Digital Divide. Today we're going to be talking about comic books, specifically CGC comic grading. Now, I've been collecting comics since I was a kid, but only recently did I start grading them, and that's mostly due to my brother, who's been doing this for a while now, and talking about it long enough that I finally piqued my interest and I decided to jump into the CGC bandwagon. Now, this is their website. They've got some information about the plastics they use. It is crystal clear, so it doesn't take anything away from the aesthetic. If you want to hang this up on your wall as an art piece, you can certainly do that. They do mention some stuff about the turnaround time on here. We'll touch on that later. Due to the explosion in popularity, that's been a bit delayed recently, which is kind of a bummer. But if you click over to their membership options, they've got a couple tiers. They've got the free, associate, premium, and elite. The associate and up comes with full submission privileges. I ended up just doing the associate because I'm only going to submit a handful of these per year. It also comes with 5% off CGC grading tiers, and then it comes with a free shipping kit so you can send in your first batch of comics to have them grade for you. So that's the one I went with, only because I'm not sending a ton of these in per year. Not yet anyways. So take a look at this video to get more information about who these guys are.
What I'm holding in my hands here is a copy of Amazing Fantasy 15, the first appearance of Spider-Man that came out in 1962. This copy we've graded a 9.4, which is one of the highest graded copies in existence. And its value is around $1 million. And the owner of this book, like thousands of other collectors, entrusted us with his prized possession to grade and encapsulate.
CGC stands for Certified Guarantee Company.
CGC is the world's leading authority on grading comic books. We take your comic book, we grade it, place it in our beautiful holder with a label on top that displays the grade and all the information about the book.
Back before CGC, it was kind of like the Wild West. Anybody could put a book in a bag and board and say it was near mint.
What I'm holding here are two copies of Fantastic Four #1. Even though these two books may look similar, one copy may have more defects than the other, making it a lower grade. Before CGC, a collector may have come across these two copies, but not known which one was better than the other, or if they were accurately graded.
The biggest thing was if you're in New York and the guy's got a book in Kansas City, the book could be worth anywhere from $2,000 to $2 million. What would he pay for it?
Basically, it was everyone's opinion against everyone else's. So anybody could just say, hey, I got a book that's a VF or a near mint, and then you would sell it to somebody else who would disagree.
Over the last 20 years, CGC has developed an internationally accepted grading scale that ranges from 0.5 up to 10.0. With CGC's grading scale, we now know that this one is a 6.0 and this one's a 5.0. Very close in grade, but the difference in value is thousands of dollars.
What we do is we come in to kind of make it safer for those people so they know exactly what they're getting. The page quality, the notes that come with the book that state what the defects are, we check for restoration. So there's that peace of mind that's there that wasn't there 20 years ago. Today,
CGC is the world's largest and most trusted independent third-party grading service. We grade comic books, magazines, concert posters, and other collectibles. CGC has graded millions of books. Our grading team is the most knowledgeable in the world, and the one thing we all share is a passion for comic books.
After dealing with millions and millions of books, our company has quite a reputation of keeping consistent throughout the years.
Once a book is graded, it goes to our encapsulation department, and it's heat sealed in an inner well, which is made of an archivally safe material. For our outer holders, we use an ultrasonic machine that sonically welds the sides of the outer holder, so it adds 2 layers of protection.
CGC grades any kind of comic book, from an action one worth $1 million down to comics that were printed just last week. Why should you get your comics graded by CGC? There's a lot of reasons. The books look great in the holders, they're protected, they're easy to buy and sell. A lot of people collect CGC comic books, and best of all, it might make them worth a lot of money.
Alright, so hopefully after watching that you have a better understanding of why you should slab your comic books. Slabbing, by the way, is what they call when you get the comic encapsulated. Number one is concrete proof of the condition. CGC is a super reputable company, and if they say your book is a 9, it's a 9, and that's good for selling and for buying. It's also great for preservation because these capsules, and we'll touch on this later, they are rock solid. They will protect your comic against the elements. And then number 3 is you get a huge value bump. Comics that are slabbed sell for way more than raw comics because you've already done the work to have it validated and essentially certified is legit. So this is the first one that I got slabbed. This is X-Men number 4, the first appearance of Omega Red. And you can see that I've got a custom art label that they provide that has an X-Men at the top there. That's not typically how they come, but I had that added. So this is the first one I got. You can see at the top, they conveniently put both the title of the comic as well as the rating, or the grading number on the top there. Now, this is the second one that I got. Slab, this is a more recent comic, Hawkeye #1. This is Kate Bishop's transition into taking over the Hawkeye mantle. A little disappointed that it's 9.2 because it looks perfect on the outside. I don't know why that grading was lower than a 9.8. But this is the second one that I've got here. And then the third one that I picked up here is Wolverine #1, which is an absolute classic. This is not the mini-series, although I do want to get that one eventually. This is the first full run that Wolverine had. And you can see there's some information about the color of the pages. This one is white, which is great to see. And then the year that the comic book came out as well. All right, and so this is Nova #1. This is the origin and the first appearance of Nova. I'm going to pause here to give you some more information. On the upper right is where you'll get the CGC label as well as any special attributes about the book, whether it's a first appearance or what makes the book special. Then on the left, you have the actual grading number as well as the color of the pages, and then information about the people that created the book, who wrote it, who sketched it, who inked it. And then in the middle, you have the barcode that you can scan, the actual number of the comic, and then the year that it came out. So the only thing that sucks right now about CGC grading is the time that it takes to get a book back, because comic books and superheroes are exploding due to mostly Marvel. It can take months to get your books back. I'm still waiting on Rocket Raccoon #1, West Coast Avengers #45, and then Secret Wars 8. Hopefully they come soon. But the actual process of getting this stuff graded is not bad. I mean, they send you a whole kit. It looks something like this, and essentially you just put your books in a backboard and then get them covered and shipped out, and they will get them graded and send it back. Now, these slabs that they come in are incredibly strong. It's crazy how protective they are. A YouTuber called Comic Tom 101 actually submerged one in water for over an hour to see if the comic book would actually hold up afterwards.
We'll go look at the slab. And what did we find?
CGC cases are a hard plastic on the outside, and then it's got an inner well. So your comic's encapsulated in a thinner plastic, okay, and then that harder to protect it. We noticed that the water level rose up to maybe about a third in the 10-minute mark, but it didn't seem like it permeated that inner well to the actual comic itself.
It was very intriguing.
But nothing looked blurred. It didn't look like anything was on the inner well. But officially, we had to cut it out. And as we did, we took out the book and we examined it.
To our astonishment, to our amazement, this comic book, and Comic Fam, I want to know in the comment section below, up until this point, do you think that this comic book would have been safe?
Pretty impressive stuff. So it's basically waterproof on the interior layer for the most part. I wouldn't want to test that too much, but like I said, guys, I'm brand new to this. It's definitely going to be an obsession going forward, and I just wanted to make a quick video to talk about it. As always, I appreciate you guys watching, and have a great day. Bye.